Hey, it's Jeff Sauer here, and I'm going to take you behind the scenes of our operation here at Jeffalytics. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about our editing process, the process we use to edit our videos, put them together, how everything looks, how everything comes together, and basically just give you the overview of what we do to edit these videos. Now, if you can recall back to our video last week where we talked about producing the videos, what it looks like behind the scenes, what the green screen looks like and everything, you're going to see how all this comes together through our editing suite. And this is also the beginning of t-shirt week, and basically every day this week I'm going to wear a different t-shirt from a conference, a country, somewhere I've been, somewhere I've enjoyed. And I'm going to kick it off this week with our shirt from Serbia, which I've never been to yet, but one of our team members is from Serbia, so this is a tribute to what we're doing here at Jeffalytics. So hopefully you enjoy it, keeping things fresh here during our 90-day challenge by introducing something called T-shirt week. So stay tuned to see exactly how our editing process works, and I look forward to answering any questions you have about how this all comes together. Now I'm going to give you a look inside of how we edit our videos and the power of editing videos in general. Let's start with my backdrop. Right now I'm on an orange background, but I could very easily be other places. For example, I can be at the beach, or I can be in the clouds, or I can be on top of a mountain. Heck, I can go all the way to the moon. Of course, if you're watching this video and you plan on going down the path of creating your own videos, I wouldn't recommend doing something as dramatic as making your first video on the moon. But if you do plan on going down this path, here's some really practical advice that I'd like to give you. Now, you've probably noticed by now how often I zoom or I jump around. I go from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen and back and forth. I zoom in and I zoom out. Now, why is that? Well, first of all, you might think that I'm a pretty good speaker, and you probably do think I'm a good speaker if you're watching all the way to video number 36 of a 90-day challenge, but I screw up a lot. Even though I've done speaking on stages worldwide, even though I do these things, I can't remember every single line of our script. Sometimes I have to look down, sometimes I have to go and figure out what I'm talking about, sometimes I lose my train of thought, sometimes I get interrupted in the background, or I just don't like the take, I don't like how my voice sounded during that one, and so I need to change it. And so I'll record several different versions of the same thing, and that's where the miracle of editing jumps in. When I make a mistake, my editor zooms in to a different part of the screen, moves me on a different part of the surface, and that way it doesn't really look like I screwed up that much. It actually looks like by design, that's how we wanted to put things together. Let me give you an example of the miracle of cutting by cutting together 4 different takes of the same sentence. Hello, welcome to the Jeffalytics 90-Day Challenge. Hi, welcome to the Jeffalytics 90-Day Challenge. Hey, let me tell you a secret. Welcome to the Jeffalytics Challenge. Hey there, welcome to the Jeffalytics 90-Day Challenge. Now, after my on-screen delivery is polished up and we're attached to a proper background, we go into Camtasia to do more edits and to film our deep dive part of the video. Camtasia is my default tool for screen grabbing and audio capture when I'm doing something on the computer. Now, it probably takes me about 30 minutes to record about 10 to 15 minutes of content within Camtasia. So my editor ends up doing a lot of work to cut things down into a dynamic presentation. And while I'm talking here on screen, we're going to overlay a video of what our editing process looks like, just so you can see exactly how this all comes together within Camtasia. Editing is all about the pace of delivery. The silent parts should sound natural. We shouldn't have 2 breaths in between sentences. And the final product should sound smooth and natural. When the screen is occupied with just plain text, all the attention is drawn to my voice. So it needs to sound as if I'm talking from my head and from my heart, and not as if I'm reading. We've even tried having me read off a teleprompter before, but the result was not the greatest product that we have. Our editor became clinically depressed, and he had to go outside for fresh air after every single take. He compared the editing process when I was reading off a teleprompter to watching Waterworld with Kevin Costner on endless repeat. And he didn't like that very much, so he decided to ditch the teleprompter and to go Jeff speaking from the heart. And I have to say, when your editor thinks you're not doing a very good job, that's when you know you need to make some changes, you need to get better at your craft. And finally, after we cut through the meat of the videos, this is when we start to do our call to actions. And frankly, I get a little bit messy around CTAs because the hard work is done. I'm like, hey, I've done my part, let's just get to the CTAs, and I often do a lot of really bad takes on CTAs. So if you ever hear a video and I'm like, hey, please check out our newsletter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, blah, 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 that's probably because I think my part's done at that point, and we try to edit in the best take when we do that. And so that's where I'm going to leave you in this video. No call to action, just watch the video and enjoy it. Blah, 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 blah. Talk to you soon.